Are you struggling because you wonder what your purpose is in life? Well, I'm here to tell you how you can discover what your purpose is in life while creating a more happy and fulfilling life for yourself. I'm Selena Faye, your midlife guru, coach, best friend, whatever you want to call me. I'm here to talk all things midlife, and today we're going to be talking about finding our purpose in life, because this is such a huge question that people are always asking themselves. What's my purpose in life? What am I here for? And a lot of times we're just growing up, we're not really thinking about that, and you get rushed into college and into family, maybe not college, straight into family. You're raising your kids, and then here you are midlife, and you're like, well, crap, what's my purpose? I personally felt that way. I had 3 kids young. I raised them mostly as a single mom, and they left. And then it was like, well, holy crap, what is my purpose in life? It always was to raise my kids. And I've raised good, responsible kids that are living on their own, taking care of themselves. So what am I supposed to do with my life now? And I'm only in my mid-40s. And so it was like, I have a lot of life left to live. I've got to figure out what the heck I'm supposed to be doing with it. One of the first things you can do to trying to figure out what your purpose is understanding purpose a little bit more. A lot of times people put purpose and passion together. And I think there was a glare on my glasses. So a lot of times people put purpose and passion together, and they somewhat correlate, because the things that you are passionate about, you can experience and try and do, and they may lead into something that is your purpose. But it's good to know that purpose is always changing. Just like the example I gave about being a mom, that was my purpose for that point in time in my life. Now it's a new part of my life, and I have new purposes. And I said purposes because you can have multiple purposes. And that is pretty dang cool. Now, you can have lots of passions in life, things that you really, really enjoy, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily your purpose. Purpose usually has an effect on someone besides yourself. Yes, when you're doing your purpose and you're fulfilling your purpose, it makes you feel good and you grow in that. But it usually affects someone or something else. It doesn't have to affect millions and millions of people. Like celebrities, their purpose is to be a good actor or singer, performer, athlete, whatever that is. Their purpose has an effect on millions and millions of people. Yours doesn't have to be that way. Yours can just have an effect literally on one person, and you have achieved your purpose. Here are a few examples of what you might not think of your purpose is. So it doesn't have to be a person it affects. It could be an animal. Maybe there's an endangered species that you're trying to benefit. Maybe it's an animal shelter. Maybe your purpose is to save the planet, reduce plastics, things like that. So the purpose doesn't necessarily have to affect another human being, but it may affect another human being. A good smile. If you look at your talents and your skills, what do people compliment you on a lot? That could be a purpose if you think about it. So I get complimented all the time on my smile. I have throughout my whole life. And I do a lot of smiling. I smile a lot. When I'm nervous, when I'm happy, when I'm scared, I'm smiling. People compliment me on that. But I also have found that usually when I smile at someone, what do they normally do? They normally smile back. And so my beautiful smile is one of my purposes. It is to use it to smile at other people, to put some joy in their life. And maybe that's joy for just a quick second, but that's okay. It can be that quick second. That's how small your purpose can be. So take a look at your talents and your skills. Maybe you're really talented at dance, and you can take that dance and you can use it. I'm recording this June of 2024. We've got the Paris Summer Olympics starting in July. The U.S. trials are going on right now, and there's all the hoopla about Simone Biles, this fantastic, probably one of the best gymnasts of all times. She's super, super powerful. Her purpose, and she realizes it in life, she has such a huge talent and skill in gymnastics that she has perfected over the years. And her talent is to take that and show that to the world and to become this popular person, but also remaining humble and thankful and nice to people. And so that's her purpose. She's setting an example for people. Purpose can be multiple different things. Let's look at your childhood. One way to find your purpose is, what are your talents and skills? What are things people have complimented you on? What about your childhood? What did you want to do in your childhood? I always played teacher. I wanted to be a teacher. I never became a teacher. I'm a nurse. But I love to teach nursing students and encourage them on their growth as becoming nurses. And here I am right now wanting to teach women how to rediscover themselves and create the life that they want and frankly deserve. And I get to do that by coming on here and teaching these videos. So hit like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is you do here on YouTube if you like this and you want me to create some more. What did you want to do in your childhood? Maybe that's your purpose. Maybe that's something you want, or maybe that's something that you're like, not my thing. What are your passions? What are you interested in? What brings you joy? That is your purpose. If something makes you happy, if it brings you joy, it is your purpose. You can choose to go on and work on that purpose and make it the best, the strongest that you possibly can. Or you can say, that is my smile is a natural talent purpose. I'm going to work on being a better teacher, a better speaker, where I'm not saying and pausing all the time. You want to look at others. Who influences you? What do you like about that person? You don't want to be that person, but what do you like? And do you have that quality in yourself? Often we have it, and that's why we're so attracted to it. We just don't realize we have it. Or maybe we haven't perfected it to the way that that person has perfected it. I'm a huge TV buff, love TV, love binge watching, totally watching the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders make the team. And a lot of times things that they say is she's a good dancer, she just hasn't perfected it yet. She's got the likability, she's got the crowd appeal, but we need to work on this other skill. There's always rooms to be improving, which is my next thing, is always be learning, always be growing, because you never know what you may enjoy doing. I remember watching, again, another TV thing, but I remember watching the show Cake Boss when it came on, and I was like, that is so cool. I love the way they do that. They look like they're having so much fun. I want to do that. So I went out and I bought all the stuff that I could locally to just try to start making it, and I hated it. Oh my gosh, it's such a tedious thing. I'm not a tedious person. Done is better than perfect. I'm not a perfectionist. So that was not a thing for me. Not a passion, not a purpose, not anything I ever want to do again. I'll just buy a cake somewhere. But can you see where I had interest in something? I thought maybe that was going to be a passion. I thought it would be fun. I thought I would enjoy it. I gave it a shot. Not for me. That doesn't mean I'm a failure. That doesn't mean I'm no good. That just means that decorating cakes is not my thing. And that's okay, because everything can't be everybody's thing, right? Let's look at what could make you more money. Maybe your purpose is a side gig. So maybe you've been a teacher your whole life and you've retired from teaching, but you're bored and you want something to do and you enjoyed teaching. Maybe you start tutoring a couple of kids where you don't have a whole class. You just have a couple of people that you tutor. Or maybe you go work at a women's shelter. Locally, there's a women's shelter that takes in women that have come from bad, abusive relationships, and it kind of reintegrates them into the world. And so it's this private, like, little ranch thing, everything. They deal with their traumas. They're also learning skills so they can get back in the world. Maybe you could volunteer at some place like that, or another nonprofit organization where you can help people learn to balance a checkbook, learn how to use the computer. In today's time, computer is everything, and technology is changing by the minute, so always be learning, always be growing yourself, but then always, how can you help other people learn and grow? That could become your passion, and then it can become one of your purposes, because you can have more than one purposes. So kind of recap, you can have more than one purpose. You can expect your purposes to be changing all the time. Look at your childhood. What did you like to do? Explore those things. Do I want to try it now, or am I done with that? And that's not for me right now. What interests you? What do you think would be fun? What do you think would be exciting? What do you think might make you happy? How can you impact one person? And then how can you impact 10 people? And then how can you impact 100 people? What are your skills and your talents? What can you share with somebody else? Maybe you're great at organization and you could start a side gig where you go help other women organize their homes or their closets. I try to be organized, but I stink at it. But some people, they just so freaking good at it that they could share that with other people. Maybe you're a great writer and you could start a blog where you write about something, anything. People just there's so many interests of people today, you'd be totally surprised. Always be learning, always be growing. What could you do that could make you a little bit of money? That may become your passion. What are strong organizations or things that you have a passion towards? Is it women coming out of abused relationships? Is it animals? Is it a specific animal? Is it the earth? Is it the growth of science? Is it NASA related? I mean, there's so many things that could be your purpose, and it's going to be always changing. And so you need to change with it. You need to be trying new things all the time. I'm going to leave a link to a blog post I wrote about this same thing, and another blog post of like 120 things you can try, because that might be able to spark your mind on some things that you might want to try or that you might find interest that may in turn become your purpose, one of your many purposes in life. So until next time, go enjoy life and love yourself.